भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Baladeva Jaya Subhadamayi Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Prahlad Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki, Shri Satai Gaur Sundar ki, Patit Panch Prabhupada ki, Samasta Gaur Bhakta Binda ki, Jai Gaur Pemande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayesu Bhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Starting from Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, chapter 26, entitled as King Puranjana Goes to the Forest to Hunt. Text number 9. Tatra nirbhinna gatranam Chitravajay silmukhay Chitravajay silimukhay Viplavo abhud dukkhitanam Viplavo abhud dukkhitanam Dusasa karunatmanam Tatra nirbhinna gatranam Chitravajay silimukhay Viplavo abhuda dukhitanam Dusaha karunatmanam Tatra nirbhinna gatranam Chitravajay silimukhay Viplavo abhuddukhitanam Dusaha karunatmanam Tatra nirbhinna
Union Home Minister Amit Shah to chair security review meeting on Jammu and Kashmir in New Delhi today. King of Bhutan Jigme Khesar Namgyal Bhakta to take holy day at Triveni Sangam in Prayagraj this morning. President Donald Trump poses U.S. tariff for 1 month against Mexico and Canada. Tariff from China coming into effect today. And in table tennis, India's Manu Shah and Ria Chepile to play mixed doubles pre-quarterfinals in WTT Singapore Smash.
Word for word meaning? Tatra, there, nirbhinna, being pious, Gatra Nam, whose bodies, Chitravajay, with variegated feathers, Silli Mukhay, by the arrows, Viplava, destruction, Abhut was done. Dukhitanam, of the most aggrieved. Dusaha, unbearable. Karun Atmanam, for persons who are very merciful. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: when King Puranjana was hunting in this way, many animals within the forest lost their lives with great pain, being pierced by the sharp arrowheads. Upon seeing these devastating, ghastly activities performed by the king, all the people who were merciful by nature became very unhappy. Such merciful persons could not tolerate seeing all these killings. When King Pranjana was hunting in this way, many animals within the forest lost their lives with great pain, being pierced by the sharp arrowheads. Upon seeing these devastating, ghastly activities performed by the king, all the people who were merciful by nature became very unhappy. Such merciful persons could not tolerate seeing all this killing. Purport: when demoniac persons engage in animal killing, the demigods or devotees of the Lord are very much afflicted by this killing. Demoniac civilizations in this modern age maintain various types of slaughterhouses all over the world. Rascal swamis and yogis encourage foolish persons to go on eating flesh and killing animals, and at the same time continue their so-called meditations and mystical practices. All these affairs are ghastly, and a compassionate person, namely a devotee of the Lord, becomes very unhappy to see such a sight. The hunting process is also carried on a different way, as we have already explained. Hunting women, drinking different types of liquor, becoming intoxicated, killing animals, and enjoying sex all serve as basis of modern civilization. Vaishnavas are unhappy to see such a situation in the world, and therefore they are very busy spreading this Krishna consciousness movement. The devotees are pained to see the hunting and killing of animals in the forest, the wholesale slaughter of animals in slaughterhouses, and the exploitations of young girls in brothels that function under different names such clubs and societies. Being very much compassionate upon the killing of animals in sacrifice, the great sage Narada began his instructions to the king Prachina Parishat. In these instructions, Narad Muni explained that devotees like him are very much afflicted by all the killings that goes on in human society. Not only are the saintly persons afflicted by this killing, but even God himself is afflicted and therefore comes down in the incarnation of Lord Buddha. Jayadev Goswami therefore sings Sadaya Hidaya Darshita Pasughatam. Simply to stop the killing of animals, Lord Buddha compassionately appeared. Some rascals put forward the theory that an animal has no soul or is something like dead stone. In this way, they realize that there is no sin in animal killing. Actually, animals are not dead stone, but the killers of animals are stone hearted. Consequently, no regions of philosophy appeals to them. They continue keeping slaughterhouses and killing animals in the forest. The conclusion is that one who does not care for instructions of saintly persons like Narada and his disciplic succession surely falls into the category of Nashta Prajna and thus goes to hell. Om Tat Sat Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. So we know this background of this chapter, that Lord Shiva appeared to sons of Parchina Barisat Prachetas and instructed them. Following the instructions of Lord Shiva, they are performing austerities, very severe austerities, chanting the names of Lord, uh, which as a mantra or song it was told by Lord Shiva to them. So while they were performing this austerity, Narad Muni he felt great compassion to their father, King Parchina Bharisat. Why he felt compassion? This is what is mentioned here, that his father, King Parchina Bharisat, was a great soul, but he was engaged in performing different kinds of ritualistic sacrifices. And he was sacrificing so many animals. So, seeing all these things, he was feeling great compassion on both animals as well as this king. And to stop this, he went to king, and then king he received him, and then he inquired for his well-being. Then Narad Muni is elaborately is explaining the story of King Puranjana to Prachina Bharisat. So he's saying that that how King Puranjana, who is who is identified as a soul, is going to the forest for hunting. So in the last time we read this verse that King Puranjana went to the forest, ignoring his queen, which is compared as intelligence, and he took a bow and arrow, which signifies the hatred, uh, attachment and hatred, and he went into the forest for hunting. So, similarly, we discussed last time that how there is some insight is there. Our intelligence is saying that we should not do this, but many times we'll ignore that, and we'll do which is against the instructions of Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. This is all based on our attachment or aversion for particular things for sense gratification. So that's how the living entity is working. By default, we are working like this because this is why this is happening, because of deep impression of uh, attachment, uh, like attachment or desire to perform certain activities or to have sense gratification. That is very subtle. Like it is impressions are called samskaras or kutam, which is very deep inside heart and is being carried out from many past lives. And because of that, we even ignore our intelligence, which is saying that to not do that. We are forced to act on this. So this is how the King Puranjana has gone to the forest, and after reaching to the forest, what he is doing? So he is mentioned here that he is going and then killing animals. Why people go to forest for killing animals? He's gone a Kshatriya to practice, but he is causing pain to so many living entities. So many animals is causing pain, and especially devotees is mentioned that seeing these devastating ghastly activities performed by king, they are all unhappy. Why devotees are unhappy? Because there is one transcendental qualities of devotee, par dukhe dukhi. They become distressed seeing others in distress. So when other person is in difficulty, devotees go and help them because they feel compassion upon them. So if they see that unnecessarily killing is going on, so they are feeling greatly pained. So this is the sign of a devotee, because they're very soft-hearted. Like how we feel pain, so if we cause somebody suffering, they'll also feel pain. So it's empathetical feeling. So this is the nature of a devotee. We see that how the Narad Muni himself, he has come to Prasina Parisad and is speaking. So Prabhupada is writing in the purport, in Lord Buddha, he appeared for this purpose. The Lord himself is seeing that so many living entities being inflicted with so much pain. So he himself is coming down. Lord himself is coming down. So there are two types of killing is mentioned. Prabhupada is mentioning two types of killings. One is we are killing the animals, and then we are killing ourselves. This in the scriptures is mentioned, killing ourselves is atmaha. So how we kill ourselves? Actually, we neglect our spiritual growth. That is the killing ourselves. As Prabhupada is telling, these four processes: eating, meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex, and gambling. By performing these sinful activities, actually we are stopping our spiritual advancement. So when we engage in this way, we kill ourselves. And this is a direct killing. So direct killing is so prominent at present time. I was seeing one video in that it mentioned that every second so many cows are slaughtered, and every second so many thousands of chickens are slaughtered, and so many fishes, so many animals are being slaughtered every second all over the world. So much pain is being caused everywhere. And then when such is the situation, then how we can expect peace and tranquility in this human society? As a whole, as a mass, we all have to take the reaction. It's killing in wholesale, purpose in wholesale slaughterhouses, the living entities are being killed. And the situation is that we cannot do anything. We have to just watch. Actually, we can do two things. First is that uh, we should perform Hari Nam Sankirtana, so that the uh, uh, there is a devotion will be spread. There will be influence on people's consciousness, and then people will uh, their consciousness will be uplifted. We have to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then another thing is we should go and distribute Prabhupada books. We should preach. We should educate people, because we cannot just keep quiet seeing all this animal killing all these people do, and they themselves, it's mentioned here that they're going to suffer into hellish, hellish planets. Their intelligence is lost. Prabhupada is saying Narada and his disciplic succession surely falls into this category of the conclusion is that one who does not care for the instructions of saintly persons like Narada and his disciplic succession surely falls into the category of Nashta Prajna, and thus goes to hell. Goes to hell for very, very long time. So we have to take pity on all these souls, and we have to actually do this for ourselves and for the for all the rest of the living entities. We have to perform Hari Nam Sankirtan, and we have to go and distribute Prabhupada books, talk to them, preach to them. In this way, by mercy of the Lord, one by one, things will change. You see how Srila Prabhupada went into West, single person, and started preaching, and there's so much impact now. So in this way, all of us, we can take this in whichever capacity possible, we can try. So this animal killing is discouraged. Prachina Parishad was performing these animal sacrifices he was doing so many yajnas is to just please different types of demigods and for some fruitive activities for some material gains. So that is also discouraged, especially at this particular time. It is said that those processes are not going to work because of there is no qualified priest, there is no pure items, all these things because of effect of Kali Yuga, those things are not going to work. So best sacrifice is which mentioned that Hari Nam Sankirtana. Yajna Sankirtan Praya Janti Hi Sumedasa. So in the age of Kali Yuga, people will worship the Supreme Lord by performing Hari Nam Sankirtan Yajna. So when we are worshipping different demigods, while performing all these sacrifices, we should know that they are not very much pleased, because unnecessarily killing is there. We can see the nature of a devotee, that they are not happy seeing animals are unnecessarily killed. So for whom we perform all these sacrifices to appease all these demigods, and finally they are not going to be pleased. So this is the end result. So there is no see that people perform Kali Puja and in Bengal and other places we see they just they are so much addicted to eating meat, uh, just to take an excuse. They will perform this sacrifice in the temple and then they will go on eating. Neither Kali is pleased, and they are going to actually inflict more sinful activities. In the Bharat Maharaj case, we know that how these dacoits caught hold of Bharat Maharaj and they're willing to sacrifice him in front of Kali. And then when goddess Kali saw this, she immediately appeared and chopped all of their heads. So this was so much displeased. Best way is to uh, uh, perform Harinam Sankirtana, and we should follow the instructions of Shastra. For food which is offered to the Lord, we should be distributed, prasadam should be distributed. That is the best sacrifice. The offered food which is distributed to the Lord will purify our consciousness, will purify everybody else. This is the best sacrifice. Perform Harinam Sankirtana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we can worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mention that worship means we should worship the Lord. Worship, Prabhupada is writing that worship means bhaja, which is root word bhaja. We do worship to somebody whom we love. And we can love the Supreme Personality of Godhead only. Supreme Personality of Godhead includes His devotees. The Lord is never separated from His devotees. So it includes His devotees. So when we speak about worship, the worship is meant for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the rest of things which goes in name of worship actually is a business transaction. We just say we are worshipping so and so, worshipping so and so, but actually we are looking for something in exchange. I worship this and I'll get this. And if we don't get that, then we stop our worship. But the worship actually happens naturally when we love somebody. Like in material world, we say we worship our parents because we love them. So similarly, we see that spiritual master is a representative of Krishna. So it is mentioned that he should be worshipped. Acharyopasanam. This is uh, main elements of cultivating knowledge. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is telling. So worship means we should worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when we worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all the devas are naturally satisfied. Because they are all part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When we are worshipping Lord, because we are watering in the root, it goes everywhere. Then everybody, all the living entities are satisfied. So similarly, all the devas are also satisfied. See Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, all devas headed by Indra Dev, Varun, Chandra, everybody is they feel satisfied when the Lord is worshipped. You see that when the Lord appears, all of them they come and perform stuti to the Lord. Not only when the Lord has appeared, when the Lord is leaving the planet also they come and they perform similar stutis. They are all taking opportunity to see the Lord again and again. In Krishna book is mentioned that how the demigods will regularly visit Dwaraka because they want to see the Lord. Mentioned in Jagannath Puri, when we performing aratis, all the demigods are present. We may not be able to see with our naked eyes, but there are so many, in Sthal Purana, so many pastimes are mentioned. So many pastimes are mentioned. So we should worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this way. By worshipping, then we can actually uh, bring out the uh, situations like in Satyuga. Prabhupada said if 5% population becomes Krishna consciousness, the face of the world can change. Just 5% people become Krishna conscious. So we should actually it's not be discouraged, and we should practice. At least while practicing, we will be delivered. There is a great hope for all of us. Doors are not closed. We have a great opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness, become immune to uh, Kali Yuga's influence, and go back to Godhead. This is a great opportunity is there, all because of mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has appeared, and today is Advaita Acharya's appearance day, and we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared because of Advaita Acharya. We see that how Advaita Acharya, in a great feeling, he called out the names of Lord while performing Abhishek, worshipping Shaligram. He was sincerely calling the name of Lord. He was doing Abhishek and offering Tulasi. With Ganges, he was sitting near the Ganges, and he was doing Abhishek with Ganges water and offering Tulasi to Shaligram, and very deeply calling Lord Chaitanya to descend. So this is the mercy of the devotee. They are feeling so much. Prabhupada is writing in the purport here that there are some people who say the animals have no soul. Prabhupada is saying this. Some rascals put forward the theory that the animals has no soul or is something like dead stone. In this way, they rationalize that there is no sin in animal killing. Actually, animals are not dead stone, but the killers of animals are stone-hearted. Consequently, no regions of philosophy appeals to them. That we can experience that how much good instructions we give to these people doesn't penetrate to them. And I have seen video where small children seeing that animals are grasping and with so much pain, they're just crying, and his father or another person who is killing, they are taking pleasure in this killing animal and seeing this boy crying. His heart has become so stone-hearted that he is not able to feel that pain, not feeling the pain of the other person. So actually, the animals are not like stone; they are stone-hearted. Prabhupada, they are stone-hearted, and because of this effect of sin, the heart becomes so strong, stone-hearted that no instructions reach to them. We know this past times that how Narad Muni was walking in a forest and he saw some animals were half dead, and then he became very sorry about it. In fact, he felt very angry, and then he went and he just tried to find out who has done this, and then he met this Mrigari. Saw this Migari, he was very angry, but this is the nature of the devotee. He felt compassion on Migari also now. Now, instead of cursing him or punishing him, he wanted to deliver him. Hmm. Earlier, he became very angry upon Migari, and later, when he saw this person, this animals are half dead, and this person is spiritually dead. So he was feeling so much compassion, and he went and approached to him and spoke to him. He said, "Why you are doing all these sinful activities? No, don't know how much you're going to suffer for this." And then, uh, because of the influence, purity of Narad Muni, this Mirgari realized. And then Narad Muni asked, you for whom you are doing? He said, for maintaining my family members I am doing. Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Sri Nitai Gaur Sundar ki jai, Patit Panchla Prabhupada ki jai. Narad Muni asked, oh, you are doing for all this for them? Are they going to partake or share the sinful activities, the actions of sinful activities? He said, of course, they should also share. He said, okay, you go and find out. Then he went and asked his family member, and nobody agreed. He said, no, it is your duty to feed us. No, why you're doing the sinful activities? You can bring it in some other way. We are not going to take part in this sinful actions. Why we should suffer? They all denied flatly. Then Migari, he felt that something is very wrong, and then he came back to Narada Muni and he said, "This is what happened." And he also, by the time he realized that there's no use of doing all these things and suffer, so he fell to lotus feet of Narada Muni and asked to enlighten him, to help him to come out of this, because he understood that he's going to suffer terribly. So Narada Muni said, you have to first, I'll instruct you, but first you have to break your bow and arrow. Because it will not work out that you practice bhakti and then same time you perform the sinful activities. It's like pressing both accelerator and brake together. How the gari vehicle will move. Say that first stop this. You break the bow and arrow. This Migari asked, oh, if I break, these are only source of my livelihood. If I break this, then how I will maintain myself, maintain my family. And Narad said, don't worry, that Krishna will take care. I will provide you. Then he broke his bow and arrow, and then Lord Narad Muni asked him to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And he said that he just plant tulsi and water the tulsi, serve the tulsi marani and sit around and chant. Then he started following instructions of Narad Muni very seriously, and very shortly he was turned into a very nice devotee. Seeing this transformation, we see that so many people came to actually, see this, that how Migari even can change so much. We see that how people are so much surprised seeing Western body devotees become Vaishnavas. They are not able to believe. So like this, there's so many people were very surprised that how he got transformed. So there were people coming and then they were bringing so many rice, some vegetables, and he was taken care very nicely by mercy of Lord and Narada Muni. He was taken care nicely, and he became heart was so transformed that earlier he was killing so many birds and animals half dead. And when Narada Muni second time visited him, from seeing him far distance, he was even jumping and coming, very careful not to even step on an ant. So the heart was so much transformed by sincerely chanting the holy name of Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So stone-hearted heart of that Mrigari was melted by the association, powerful association of Narada Muni, and by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we can also see this is the way we can transform ourselves. We should take association of devotees, and we should sincerely chant the holy name of Lord. And surely, 100% we can see so many people have changed. So this way, everybody will change. People are actually suffering. They are suffering. And when they take Krishna consciousness, surely their suffering is going to reduce. and in this way they will take it more seriously. Just that nobody is going and being with them and helping them, and they are not able to realize it. So like Narada Muni took compassion. You see so many stories of Narada Muni like this. So we have to go and approach them and pray to the Lord, sitting in their heart, to not withdraw His mercy, to extend His causeless mercy and facilitate them. While doing this, actually we also become the recipient of mercy of the Lord. We know these pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where he is calling that I am the gardener, and this is there are so many fruits, love of Godhead. There are so many fruits, and it should be distributed. How much I can do alone? So he's calling, please come and distribute. So when he calls, come and distribute, who is going to receive the fruit first? They are going to receive first. And he is giving them in wholesale. You take so many fruits, you take and distribute it. So how much they are going to receive? They are going to receive in multiplication, and then they are going to distribute this. So that is the nature of spiritual. So whatever we distribute doesn't reduce it. That is spiritual nature. Actually, it keep increasing. Anandam buddhivardhanam. So we should chant holy name of the Lord, and we should ask people to chant, people also to chant Hare Krishna. That is order of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is telling to Nityananda Prabhu that Ghiye karo ye bhikha, bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, karo Krishna sikha. So we should chant Hare Krishna, ask others to chant Hare Krishna. In this way we can make our life successful, others' life successful. Mantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Patit Pavanshla Prabhupada ki jai.